Are you preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance exams? BYJU'S Exam Prep, CAT and MBA, your one-stop solution for all MBA exams related questions. Watch unique strategies to ace CAT, XAT, SNAP, IIFT, TISNET, CMAT and other important MBA entrance exams. Tips and tricks to boost score, subject-wise and chapter-wise sessions, previous year's questions, exam-related update and notifications, live exam analysis and actual questions discussion. So why wait? Subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep, CAT and MBA YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay updated.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep and welcome to this session today. We have been doing this series for a long time now, mission score 99 percentile. So we have been taking sessions on quantitative ability as well as LRDI in this series. So today's session is basically you would say related to DILR only. So what are we going to do? I'll be telling you about everything in the coming time. But before that, please confirm me once, is everything fine? Hi, good afternoon, Bhishma Sharma. Good afternoon, Aman Raghuvanshi. Good afternoon, Shubham, Varun, Pradyumn. A very good evening. Good afternoon to all of you. How to improve DILR? Aman, we would have taken sessions on that on our channel itself, because of course that question cannot be answered within a minute or two, and this session is actually slightly different from that. So you'll find that on our BYJU'S Exam Prep CAT channel itself. Just find it out, right? Just explore through the channel once and you'll find some videos based upon those. Okay, I'm good. Pradyumna, how are you? Good afternoon, all okay? That's great. So what are we going to discuss? So we are going to discuss George J. Summers puzzle. So what exactly is that? Some people might be thinking, what is that George J. Summers puzzles? So people who are the students at BYJU'S Exam Prep, they must be already knowing about it, because I have been taking sessions on George J. Summers puzzle for a very long time now. I mean, it's been many months since when we are taking these sessions. So what exactly is that? Let me just tell you about it first of all. So when anyone says that the way Aman was asking how to improve DILR, so normally we tell those people that you have to improve your reasoning. How do you improve your reasoning? To improve reasoning, the common methods of improving it are that you start doing some puzzles either from the newspapers, or you start doing some puzzle books, or you start doing some previous year paper questions of CAT, XAT and all. You start doing some mock tests, sectional tests. These are the things, right, which you start doing to improve your reasoning, because reasoning is something which can be improved over the time with a good practice only. Then if you ask me that which are the books that I should refer to, so normally the books that we name are either Shakuntala Devi puzzles or George J. Summers puzzles. So George J. Summers puzzles are definitely better than even Shakuntala Devi puzzles from CAT's perspective, rather for any management entrance test perspective. So these would be actually improving your reasoning. They would completely work upon your reasoning. So this book has got a lot of puzzles. Actually, there are 2-3 books by George J. Summers. So Test Your Logic is the name of the book that I am going to discuss over here. There are some others as well, puzzles and teasers and all. So when I talk about these puzzles which are there in the book, would they actually appear in CAT? Are there any chances? No, there are no chances. Rather, no one can claim that, right? No one can claim about a set that yes, this set is going to appear in CAT, or this kind of set is going to appear. No one can say that. When you are preparing for your DILR, the only thing that you can work upon is improving your reasoning, right? So just improve your reasoning. So basically work on the fundamentals, so that whatever comes in the actual exam, you should be able to do it clearly. Okay, so that is the point of doing these puzzles. These are pure logic based puzzles. They have no mathematics involved in them. So basically, I mean, anyone who says that, sir, I'm not good at mathematics, So would I be able to do them? I would say yes. Even an illiterate person can do them. Only requirement is that you should know English, because they are given in English language. So if you know English, you can do these questions, because reasoning is something which is naturally given to us by birth. I mean, by whichever God or whatever energy you feel that has given you birth. So basically, it has always been there inside us for each and every person, irrespective of, I mean, whether you have studied in a school, college, or not. So these are exactly those kind of puzzles. Just don't feel that I am probably not very good at it. How would I be able to do it? My mathematics is not good. It has got nothing to do with it. It is pure reasoning. Improve your reasoning through these puzzles. This is what we are going to discuss in these sessions. So I'll be taking some 3-4 questions in every session. These questions might be sometimes very difficult with respect to reasoning perspective, but yes, as I told you, our job is to improve our reasoning, right? So we'll be improving our reasoning, which is going to be helpful for us in the LRDI section as well. Is it useful for CET roosters? I would say it is useful for any exam. If I'm not wrong, your name is Sanket. So it is important for any exam, whichever exam you are writing. I'm not even talking about management entrances. Even any other exam in which aptitude would be there, it is useful for those. But yes, sometimes you might find the questions here might be very difficult with respect to some of the exams. But yes, as I said, it is pure reasoning. So even if it is difficult, it is not asking anything extra from you. You just have to use your reasoning. Does George Summers also cover crypto-arithmetic? Yes, Varun, it has got some questions on crypto-arithmetic as well. So in the upcoming sessions, we will be talking about those too, right? So without any further delay now, I think we can start with our class. Let us start with the first question. I'll be showing you the question. You will try to answer it. After that, we will do it together. Here is the first question on your screen now. That is the very first book from the puzzle book of George J. Summers. All of you, first of all, try to do this. After that, we will do it together. It's named Ham Yesterday, Pork Today. Good afternoon, Tanvi. Very good afternoon. Good afternoon, Soni Yadav. You might find yourself a little confused or baffled sometimes while doing these questions, but trust me, it does not require any extra skills apart from your reasoning skills. And each one of us is good at reasoning. Each one of us has the same reasoning skills. The only thing is either we have not practiced them or somehow we don't want to do that. It's not our interest part. Chaya, these puzzles are just to improve your reasoning, which can be used in any of the exams. Somehow I know the normal psyche of a student is that I would not do those things which cannot directly come into the exams. So Varun has answered buffered. Pradyumna has answered buffered. I would like to have a few more answers before I start discussing this. Not sure. Okay, not a problem. I am facing this question type the first time. Sanket, all of us would be facing these for the first time. And not only this, when we go to puzzle number 2, 3, 4, some of them would be quite difficult as well. But as I said, the LRDI section of CAT is also difficult. When we are doing these things, of course, slowly we'll start feeling better at reasoning, and that is definitely going to help you in your actual exam. Trust me on that. So many students keep asking me, sir, does these questions directly appear in CAT? If not, why are we doing them? So I have a common answer to all of them. A general answer from my side is that if you look at any of the athletes, for example, if I talk about a cricketer would be going to the gym, would be playing football, would be doing a lot of things which are not required in the actual exam. So basically he's doing them to build this stamina. So this is required to build the stamina. You are building your stamina by doing these. You are building your reasoning powers by doing this, which will be useful not only in LRDI, it will also be useful in any kind of analytical reasoning, deductive reasoning, everywhere. Because you start working with your brain. It's as simple as that. Okay, so till now we have got answers from Varun and Pradyumna only, no other answers. So we can start discussing, I suppose, right? We can start discussing this question. Let's have a look at this. When A, B and C eat out, each orders either ham or pork. Okay. Ayush has also answered as Bufford. Okay. Then there are some conditions given to us. If Adrian orders ham, Bufford orders pork. Second, either Adrian or Carter orders ham, but not both. Third, Bufford and Carter do not both order pork. So who could have ordered ham yesterday, pork today? First of all, what is the question asking you? Who could have ordered ham yesterday, pork today? What do we mean by that? Actually, here the question is asking you that according to the given conditions, जो भी आपको दिया है about Adrian, Bufford and Carter, right? So who eats ham, who eats pork? So there would be some cases. According to the given conditions, पता लगेगा हम लोगों को this guy eats ham, this guy eats pork, this guy eats ham, this guy eats pork. So there would be some cases. Who could have ordered ham yesterday, pork today? That means in all those cases, there is one person who can answer ham, who can order ham as well as who can order pork. But the other two people, they would always be ordering only one of the two things in all the cases, right? So we will check that. So now who is that person that we have to figure out? Let's start doing it. बनाना शुरू करता हूं मैं. First of all, if Adrian orders ham, Bufford orders pork. So there are three people, A, B, C. If this guy orders ham, so let me call it as ham. This person orders ham. Then Bufford orders pork. So this guy orders pork. Okay? Second statement. Either A or C orders ham, but not both. A और C में से एक को तो ham order करना ही है. A has already ordered ham, but not both. So C cannot order ham. That means C must order pork. Bufford and Carter do not both order pork. Bufford and Carter do not both order pork. लेकिन यहाँ तो ये दोनों pork order कर रहे हैं. So I assumed the first statement to be true, and I saw that the case got rejected. If the case got rejected, that means the first statement is not true. That means Adrian does not order ham. So Adrian orders pork. I hope you have got it. Now there is something to learn at this point. When we say that Adrian orders pork, I am saying that Adrian orders pork. What is the condition then? The condition was if Adrian orders ham, there is a condition that Bufford orders pork. But if Adrian does not order ham, if Adrian orders pork, what then? If Adrian orders pork, that means there is no condition on that. Adrian अगर ham order करेगा, then there is a condition. But if Adrian is ordering pork, that means there is no condition for that. So Adrian orders pork, there is no problem. But yes, now first statement is of no use for us because first statement was used and we got the first case which got rejected. Now Adrian orders pork. Either Adrian or Carter orders ham, but not both. So either one, this guy or this guy has to order ham. If A does not order ham, of course, C must order ham. C must order ham, right? In that case, what about B? B might order ham and B might order pork as well. But does that satisfy the third condition as well? Let's check. Who could, sorry, Bufford and Carter do not both order pork. Do they both order pork? No. So this is satisfied. Do they both order pork here? No. This is also satisfied. So that means These are the two cases which are always possible. But in these two cases, what do I see? In these two cases, I see that Adrian always orders pork, and C, that is Carter, always orders ham. But when I talk about B here, when I talk about Bufford orders ham in one of the cases, Bufford orders pork in one of the cases. That straight away means that Bufford is the guy who can order a ham on one day and can order a pork on the other day. So therefore my answer for this question is Bufford, because he is the guy who can order ham on one day and pork on another day, because the other two guys, they always order either a pork or a ham only. Yes, is that clear? Please tell me, all of you. Video is slightly buffering. Okay, I hope it is okay now. Yes, Tanvi says all clear now. Is the solution clear to everyone? And if it is clear, please tell me through the chat box. Please tell me through the like button as well. I'm telling you again, these questions are extremely important from the perspective of learning reasoning. What all things do you learn by these? You learn how to make cases. You learn how to read a statement the way we just discussed. If Adrian orders ham, then what happens? So this is what we are talking about here. If Adrian orders ham, then this is the scenario. And if Adrian does not order ham, what happens? So actually, if it is given that Adrian orders ham, so if Adrian is not ordering ham, there is no condition on that. ऐसे केस में कोई कंडीशन नहीं होती. This is how it go on. And that's what I am saying. It is going to be very useful for you while doing any question of LRDI, that how do we make cases, how do we eliminate statements, how do we study a statement, how do we just reject it or accept it, वो सब कैसे करते हैं. This is all that you have to learn here. That was question number 1, and I'm sure that all of you have got it. We'll move on to the next question now. Question number 2. Here is question number 2 for all of you. Well, Lynn and Chris. That is puzzle number 2. So please try this once. After that, we'll do it together. Another good logical puzzle, logical question. I'm sure you would like it once you get the answer for the question. Any answers? Ayush has got the answer as well. Ash has also got the answer as well. Sanket got Chris. Okay. Varun also got Chris. I think we can start doing it now. Okay. Let's start. Hanji. Well, Lynn and Chris are related to each other but not incestuously. Incestuously means that you can't have marriage in the siblings and all. Among the three are Well's father. So among these three people, we have one person who is the father of Well. So I would be writing like this. I'm just using plus sign for a male and I'm using minus sign for a female, right? Do not take out any other meanings from these. I am just using these symbols, nothing else. Okay. So minus sign for a female, plus sign for a male, you can choose any of the symbols from your side as well. So among the three, there are Well's father. We have Well's father. Lynn's only daughter. So Lynn's only daughter we have over here. And Chris's sibling. So Chris ka sibling bhi hai yahan pe. About sibling, you can't say whether the person is a male or female. You can't say anything about it. Chris's sibling is neither Well's father nor Lynn's daughter. About this guy, he has said that it is not Well's father, not Lynn's father. Which one is a different sex from the other two? That we have to figure out. So Vicky has got the answer as Lynn and Guneet Gupta has got the answer as Chris. Let's have a look at this now. Start करते हैं इसको करना, कैसे करना है question को. Okay. Now, how do we start? We can start with any of the three statements. I mean, the way he said, Well's father. Now, Well's father can be Chris, can be Lynn. After that, I put up the other two. Lynn's daughter. Lynn's daughter can be Chris, can be Well. I can start with that as well. But I am going to start with this. The reason is, it is clearly mentioned about Chris's sibling that there is something else is also given. So, if I start with Chris's sibling, I start making cases of Chris's sibling. That will be easy to work with. I hope you got the reason. The reason is because about Chris's sibling, there is some other information as well. About the other people, we don't have any other information. So it will always be better to start making cases with that about which you have more information. Always learn these things. I mean, these are important in your LRDI part as well. So here I am starting with, let us assume case number 1. Chris's sibling. So Chris का sibling कौन हो सकता है? Chris का sibling can be Well. Second case, Chris's sibling can be Lynn. So these are the two possibilities which are there. Chris's sibling can be Well, can be Lynn. दोनों possibilities. After that, he says, among the three are Well's father. So we also have Well's father over here. Can I say Well's father would also be Chris's father? Because if they are sibling, he would also be Chris's father. So father of Well and Chris, of course, has to be Lynn. According to this, father of them has to be Lynn. Similarly, we also have Lynn's only daughter. So Lynn's only daughter cannot be Chris's daughter if they are siblings. Lynn's only daughter cannot be Chris's daughter. So Lynn's only daughter has to be Well according to this and Chris's sibling. So we have Well's father, Lynn's daughter and Chris's sibling. Chris के sibling के मैंने दो केस बनाए. Well's father I have taken here as Lynn. Lynn's daughter I have taken here as Well. I already have Chris's sibling, but in this case, who is Lynn's only daughter? Now I have two cases. One, Lynn's daughter can be V and Chris can be the son of Lynn. The other possibility is Lynn's daughter can be Chris and the other guy would be V. That's a possibility. ये दो केस बनते हैं. And Well's father is also there. अब Well's father अगर होगा तो यहाँ पे तो Lynn ही होगा. So this is case number 1 का A part. This is case number 1 का B part. And this is case number 2. So till now, these three cases are there with me. I hope all of you got it. मैं repeat कर देता हूँ. Because we had Well's father. Well's father को मैंने Lynn मान लिया. Lynn would automatically be the father of Chris as well because Chris and Well, they are siblings. Whereas, in the second case, he says, अगर Lynn की daughter यहाँ है, Lynn की daughter has to be V only. Well's father would automatically be Lynn, तो वो L उसका father हो जाएगा. That is the only possibility which is there in the second case. Okay. Now, he says, Chris's sibling is neither Wells' father nor Lynn's daughter. So Chris's sibling should not be Lynn's daughter, whereas in case number 1A, it is becoming Lynn's daughter. This case is rejected. It cannot be Wells' father. Chris's sibling is Wells' father. So this case is also rejected, which is the only case that is acceptable here. The only case acceptable is case B. So who is the guy who is a different sex from the other two? The guy is Chris. So my answer for this question is Chris. That is the answer for question number 2. Just tell me, have you all understood this? Please tell me through the chat box. Please tell me through the like button. Either of the ways. Have you all understood here? Is it clear, everyone? Yes, please confirm it once to me. After that, we'll move to puzzle number 3. I'm sure that all three cases, case 1A, case 1B, and case 2, they are all clear to everyone. I hope all of you have understood this. I mean, it was a question based upon blood relations. So in blood relations, normally we represent symbols like that only, to represent the daughter, to represent the father, to represent the siblings. These are the symbols that we are using. I'm assuming that all of you know that how do we use these symbols, and you also must have used them the same way. Okay, so yes, Sanket says okay. Ash, Guneet, Aarti, Tanvi, thank you very much, guys, if you all have understood. Next question, puzzle number 3, would be slightly more difficult than these, but of course we have to do that as well. So let's start with puzzle number 3 now. Here it is. Would like to have an answer before I start doing it? Anush, there were only two cases, actually two parts of the first case, and one case was the second case. Oh, okay, okay. Notification was running. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll take care of that the next time. Hi, welcome, Samarth. I'm sure that it will be a good choice on your part coming to this channel. You are definitely going to be benefited by the videos over here. Here we have puzzle number 3. Let me see how many of you are able to answer this question fast. Aarti has got the answer as 3. But Aarti, the question is, what is the sex and occupation of the speaker? So basically, whether the speaker is a male nurse or a female nurse, a male doctor or a female doctor, basically that is the question. I think we can start doing it now. As I said, it is slightly difficult, but let's figure it out. Saurabh says female, but a nurse or a doctor, Saurabh, that part is still remaining. चलिए करना शुरू करते हैं. The hospital staff consists of 16 doctors and nurses, including me. So basically, someone is speaking this. The following facts apply to the staff members. Whether you include me or not does not make any difference. So the speaker has given this hint about himself or herself, that whether you include that person or not, still all of these four statements would be correct. What are these four statements? There are more nurses than doctors. There are more male doctors than male nurses. There are more male nurses than female nurses. And at least one female doctor is also there. So from that, we have to figure out whether these people are male nurses, female nurse, male doctor, female doctor. We have to figure out the sex and occupation of the speaker. This is what we have to do. So Sanket has got the answer as female doctor. Let's check कि कैसे करते हैं इसको. Just pay attention to the solution now. If you are not able to do, there is no problem with that. He says total number of doctors and nurses are 16, and he has said that there are some male doctors, male nurses, female doctors, female nurses. So doctors plus nurses is equal to 16. But doctors, maybe there are male doctors, there are female doctors, male nurses, female nurses. I'm just going to write about all those as well. So what I'm going to do, I am just putting up this information here ताकि थोड़ा सा स्पेस हो जाए मेरे पास लिखने के लिए. So I have doctor plus nurses is equal to 16. अब ये जो सारी स्टेटमेंट्स हैं वो एक एक करके मैं लिखता हूँ. Statement number 1. Okay, let's write statement number 1. Statement number 1 says more nurses than doctors. Sorry, ये फिर डिलीट हो गया मुझसे. Doctors plus nurses is equal to 16. So statement number 1 says there are more nurses than doctors. There are more nurses than doctors. So nurses are more than doctors. Second statement. Second statement says the male doctors are more than male nurses. So male doctors are more than male nurses. Third statement. More male nurses than female nurses. So more male nurses than female nurses. And fourth statement, at least one female doctor. So female doctors are greater than or equal to 1. These are the four statements with this. I hope you all are okay with this. ये सब समझ गए हैं? Nurses are more than doctors. And then he says male doctors are more than male nurses. So DM is representing a male doctor which is greater than the male nurses. So that is being represented by, ये मैंने गलत लिख दिया है. Male nurses मुझे यहाँ पे लिखना है. So I would be writing male nurses. So nurses male. And male nurses are more than female nurses, and female doctors are greater than or equal to 1. These are the informations given to us. I hope this is clear everyone. यहाँ तक आप सब कुछ समझ रहे हैं? After that I'll move ahead from here. I don't know what is the occupation of the guy. वो male doctor है, female doctor है, क्या है वो अभी तक हम लोगों को नहीं पता. Till now this all is there. Now, combining statements 2 and 3. Combining the statements 2 and 3. Can I say कि 2 और 3 को combine करके मुझे पता लग जाएगा male doctors are more than male nurses who are more than female nurses. Right everyone? Male doctors are more than male nurses who are more than female nurses. Apart from that, there is one more thing that we can figure out from here, that can I write this statement as male doctors plus female doctors plus male nurses plus female nurses, they are equal to 16. And this can also be written as male nurses plus female nurses are greater than male doctors plus female doctors. Right everyone? इसको bifurcate किया है. This might look a bit difficult to you कि बहुत सारे variables ले लिए मैंने, but actually we don't have to solve for these variables. So just don't worry about it that I have to solve for variables. No, I don't have to do that. So just pay attention to this part. Nurses are more than doctors. So male nurses plus female nurses are more than male doctors plus female doctors. Okay? Now from here, there is one very important point. DM is greater than NM. अगर मैं NM को उधर ले जाऊं तो can I say NF minus DF is greater than DM minus NM, right? NF minus DF is greater than DM minus NM. Why am I writing this? DM is greater than NM. Male doctors are more than male nurses. So can I say this number is minimum 1, right? Because DM is greater than NM. So DM minus NM is equal to minimum 1. I hope all of you are getting my point. Is it clear, everyone? Can I have some messages in the chat box as well? I don't see any messages. Is it all clear to all of you? बताइए जरा एक बार. Because I see probably some buffering is also there. Can you all please confirm me? Am I audible to you guys? Probably my video is getting stuck. I don't know what is happening. From last 2-3 days this problem is coming. Day before yesterday also we had a class which we had to take again, but still there was a problem, and it is not an internet issue, some laptop issues there, I'm sure. Can you all please confirm once? संकेत कह रहे हैं yes, तन्वी भी कह रही हैं yes, so I hope it is all okay, so I can move on. Actually in front of me I see there is some buffering. ठीक है, Shayana says yes. No, Samar, the internet connection is absolutely okay. I have a speed of more than 200 Mbps, upload and download both. But this is, I mean, a problem that is occurring from last 2-3 days. If audio is clear, I think we can move on, right? Video would be clear then. Okay. चलो ठीक है, ऑडियो क्लियर है तो सुनते रहिए. DM minus NM is minimum 1. So NF minus DF should be minimum 2. NF minus DF should be minimum 2. Moreover, it also tells me that NF is also greater than DF. NF is also greater than DF. अब एक एक करके इस चीज के बारे में हम लोग बात करते हैं that how do we solve that. First of all, he says DF is greater than equal to 1. DF is greater than or equal to 1. And NF minus DF is minimum 2. DF, even if I take it as 2, let us say I am taking it as 2, greater than 1. So NF would be at least 4, NM would be at least 5 because it is greater than this, and DM would be at least 6. Okay, and that makes the total as 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 2, 17. We have only 16 people here. So by taking DF as 2, I am getting minimum number of doctors plus nurses equal to 17. That means DF has to be equal to 1. DF has to be equal to 1. There cannot be any other possibility for this. I'm sure you all got this. I repeat, DM minus NM is minimum 1. NF minus DF is minimum 2. If I take DF as 2, in that case NF would be minimum 4 because difference को मैं 2 लेके चल रहा हूँ फिलहाल. तो 2 और 2 4 हो जाएगा, 4 के साथ ये 5 लेना पड़ेगा. This has to be equal to 6, and by that I said the total becomes 17. That means DF cannot be 2. It is fixed that DF has to be equal to 1. From here I can say DF has to be equal to 1. I hope all of you are getting my point here now. Now the next point, NF minus DF is minimum 2. DM minus NM is minimum 1. If it is minimum 2, let me just try to take it as 3. Let me just try to take it as 3. मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ एक बार इसको 3 लेने की. So if this is equal to 1 and I take a difference of 3, that becomes 4. This becomes 5. This becomes 6. 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 1, 16. This makes the total as 16. That is possible. But can I say that definitely it cannot be above 3? It was minimum 2. That means it cannot definitely be above 3. 3 से ऊपर तो आप इसको ले ही नहीं पाओगे because even at 3 it is becoming total as 16. Second scenario now. Let's take it as 2. If it is 2, then this has to be exactly 1. अगर मैं इसको 2 ले रहा हूं तो ये 1 ही होना चाहिए. So I take it as 1. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. And the difference between these two numbers should be 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. And these two numbers should add up to 12. And the difference between them is 1. This is not possible. Two numbers adding up to 12 cannot differ by 1. ये हो ही नहीं सकता. So therefore, by all these possibilities, I got to know 6, 5, 4, 1 is the only possibility. 6, 5, 4, 1 is the only possibility. But my question is, what is the sex and occupation of the speaker? Now, this is what the question is asking us, and that we have to figure out faster. What is the sex and occupation of the speaker? वो अब हम लोगों को figure out करना है. वो हम कैसे figure out करेंगे? Let us just talk about that now. See, if the person is a male doctor, the moment you exclude him, the number of male doctors will become 5, and your statement number 2 would no longer be satisfied. Your statement number 2 would no longer be satisfied that male doctors are more than male nurses. So the person cannot be a male doctor. If the person is a male nurse, so the moment you exclude him, you have 4 male nurses, and in that case, statement number 3 would not be satisfied. That male nurses are more than female nurses. वो नहीं satisfy हो रहा है. That means that person cannot be a male nurse. If the person is a female doctor, the moment you exclude him, you have 0 female doctors. Statement number 4 would not be satisfied. That female doctor should be greater than equal to 1. So therefore, the person must be a female nurse, because if he is a female nurse, even if he is not included, still everything is satisfied. ध्यान से देखिए, male doctors are more than male nurses are more than female nurses are more than female doctors are greater than equal to 1, and total number of nurses are 8, total number of doctors are 7. Everything is still satisfied. Therefore, the person is a female nurse, and that is the answer for our question. That is the answer. So as I said, this question would be slightly difficult, I understand, but our purpose was to understand the reasoning of it. And by this, actually, we have understood the reasoning. I'm sure all of you got this as well. And I'm sorry for, again, this kind of problem. I don't know why is this happening for last 2-3 days, something out of completely my hands, because I'm talking to the technology team as well. My internet is working perfectly fine, but whenever I stream it on YouTube, there is a problem. Every time I stream it, that is having a problem. So I don't know what is happening here. I would again talk to the technical team after this class, but I'm really sorry for this problem again. I mean, this happened day before yesterday as well, and this is happening today too. The second time it is happening. But I'm sure that I'm completely audible to all of you. All of you have understood the solution. I understand the solution is long, but as I said, our purpose is not to look at this as one single question. Our purpose is to learn reasoning from this, right? How are we making cases? Minimum 1 है, वो minimum 2 है, तो जैसे ही मैंने 3 लिया, there was a single case. जैसे ही मैंने 2 लिया, दूसरे को 1 होना जरूरी हो गया. The moment I take them 2 and 1, I'm not able to make a case. There was a single case that was being formed, and through that we got the answer for this question. So I would not be discussing the 4th question today because of this problem that is occurring again. So whenever we come to the next class, I'll be discussing an extra question in the next class, and I hope by the next time this problem would be resolved. The technical problem would be resolved. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you very much. I'm sure that you would have liked this session. We'll be having more sessions on George Summers puzzles, and these kind of puzzles we'll keep discussing. There would be puzzles which are directly related to these exams as well, and some of them we will be using a lot of logic and understanding the logic as well. So that is all from my side, guys. Thank you very much. Anyone who is preparing for CAT 2022, this is all that we give you here. And please do press the like button if you like the session. Comment on the sessions, whatever you want from us. Please share it with more and more people. As I said, these sessions are not only important from management entrance test people, for any entrance test where aptitude is there, you can find it. And subscribe to BYJU'S exam prep channel. And we are also available on all these media handles. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. That's all from my side. Thank you very much for today's session. We'll meet soon, right? In the next session now. Till then, bye-bye and take care all of you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.